Here on the penultimate day of the season, the Power look to continue their perfect season. Cole Paveglio and Stephen Buxton alongside you from historic Palm Springs Stadium here in the Coachella Valley in California. It's a beautiful day for baseball. It's a little cloudy, actually, here in the Valley to start off today's game between the Bucs and the Pirates. The Bucs and the Power, as the Inland Valley Bucs and the Power get ready to go at it. What can we expect to see today from the Power today, Stephen, as they're coming off a big weekend series against the San Diego Wave, who just clinched the second spot in the CPCL playoffs against the Power starting later this weekend?
Well, Cole, it's a team that they're essentially, they don't have anything to lose here. The only thing they have to lose is that winning streak. Again, they're coming into the game winning 51 in a row. They won their 50th and 51st on Monday in Escondido against the San Diego Waves. But it's also a team that, other than trying to preserve the winning streak, trying to preserve the perfect season, they're a team that has played this Bucs team 4 times in the last week. They had 4 straight games against the Bucs from Thursday to Saturday. 2 of them at home, 2 of them on the road. And, Cole, it's a team that they're very familiar with, obviously, and that they really took care of handily.
And you're playing them the 5th time in just a very short span. And on the mound for the Power is Richie Amavisca, who's starting today here for the Power. 3.1 ERA entering today, 20.1 innings of work. And really phenomenal out of New Mexico Highlands. He'll be facing off the Bucs lineup of Ryan Kirk, Ben Carter, Nicholas Mascaro. That's 1, 2, and 3. Andres Nielsen, Noah Madole, Nick Madole, 4, 5, and 6. Landon Runge, Carter Vanderhook, and Martin Sanchez rounds off the lineup for the Inland Valley Bucs as they get ready to take on the Palm Springs Power. And the Power lineup, always a great lineup put up by manager Casey Dill. Goes Eli Brown playing left field, Aiden Torque. Bats second and plays center field, Austin Holler. Bats third and plays first base. Noah Blythe in the cleanup spot will play right field, Alonzo Reyes. The backstop bats fifth. Andrew Rivas, the DH, bats sixth. Cody Kashimoto plays second base and will bat seventh. Fred Buxton bats eighth. Plays short, and Michael Gonzalez rounds off the order, batting ninth and playing third base for Coach Casey Dill, as we're just about ready for baseball here in Palm Springs. Richie Amavisca's got to go a handful of innings tonight. Is you really got to save their arms for this weekend series against the San Diego Wave.
Yeah, and it's a big series this weekend, but we can't completely look ahead of that. We have to look at tonight. So Richie Amavisca has been able to provide this team length. His last time out, it was a solid performance. He won 5 innings, but he needs something similar to that today because it's a pitching staff that while they have a day off, they just played 8 games in 7 days. They had yesterday off, and they didn't use a ton of guys the last 2 days. They were able to use 3 in that second game against the Waves, and they used 3 in the first game. Thiels went 5 in that first game, and while Holden Phelps only went 4 in that second game, that was 4 in a 7-inning game. So out of the bullpen, they only pitched a combined 7 innings in 2 games. So they only used 4 arms. A couple of them didn't go very long, and it's a fairly rested bullpen. But again, it's after the most taxing part of their year.
And it's been a really tough end of the season, as you mentioned. How do you stay motivated if you're the Power right now, and how do you keep trying to keep the season be perfect?
It's the motivation to play well yourself, because there's guys out there who still have stuff to play for. They still have college looks that they're trying to get. They still have spots that they're trying to earn at their colleges that they'll be going to. And it's also out of pride. They have that winning streak. It's 51 games again. They're 32-0 on the season, trying to make it 33. But it's being able to set records here, being able to set the standard for a team that is coming off their first CPCL title.
The umpires today, Brad Clawn is the home plate umpire, and Gary Stovall will be on the field as we're just getting ready for first pitch here in historic Palm Springs Stadium. Cole Paveglio And Stephen Buxton alongside you today. As first pitches are about to be thrown here on the night where we honor everyone that helps house players, the host family night. Even our very own EJ Sanchez will be catching a pitch out there. And it's so integral, all these host families that help house us, house the players, house the employees. It's so helpful to have all these people be a part of the power, helping us be able to put all this on.
Yeah, it's a thankless job, and we appreciate all of them because, again, this wouldn't be possible without any of them.
And, Steven, you got a chance to talk with Alonzo Reyes earlier in the day, and he's a guy that we've got to have our eye out on throughout the whole game. Alonzo Reyes, the backstop today from UC Riverside. He's actually the catcher from UC Irvine. Andrew Rivas is the DH. But Alonzo Reyes, we got a chance to talk with him, and here's what he had to say.
Back here on the pregame show, Stephen Buxton joined by Alonzo Reyes. And Alonzo, coming into the year, catcher was kind of a position where it was almost a concern for the roster. Wasn't sure who the guy exactly was going to be, and you and Angel Cortez have managed to turn it into a strength to the point where you're both in the lineup a lot together, whether or not it's you or him behind the plate. The other one's at DH, or you've had time in the infield too. What's gone through your head the whole season? How has that success come to life?
I think it's just about like settling down. Also with Angel, coming in, it was just, not that it took a long time to settle in, but just going from that transition from having a long season at JUCO ball and then coming here, just the time to settle in and really get going. Felt like when I first got here, I was seeing the ball pretty well already, and then just kind of took off the last month. It feels like really.
And you mentioned that season at JUCO ball. You started off at Long Beach. You had that year at Cerritos, and when I first met you, you mentioned that you knew that the Cerritos move had to happen. Was there ever a moment where was it ever a hard moment? Was there ever one where it felt kind of humbling having to go back there, or was it just you saw the outlook, you saw the possibilities after it, and you knew, hey, this is my chance and I can go take advantage of it, which you did?
It was definitely hard, I would say, especially coming off a year where I didn't really play. I redshirted at Long Beach State. It was definitely a hard transition. My first month there, I was like just, I had a lot of questions for myself. I didn't know what it looked like, especially off a year of not seeing any pitches, any live games, just kind of watching in the dugout or in the bullpen. It was definitely hard to go through, and then even harder to kind of step myself down. I wouldn't say a step down, but, obviously going from Division I out of high school then to junior college. It was definitely a humbling experience, but by no means was it any easier or anything like that. I think the level of play is pretty similar to Division I, what we see into the Division I level. And I'm honestly, at the end of it, I'm really grateful that I chose to go to Cerritos. It was a really great experience, and the coaching staff there runs everything really great. Coach Fernley, he did a great job with myself and my teammates, going as far as we did in the postseason. I couldn't thank Cerritos enough for what they did. I feel like it was a very important key in my career and how now I will play out going into, back to Division I at UC Irvine. I think if I didn't go to Cerritos, I would have lost out on a lot of knowledge that I got from there for sure.
Now, compare going to Long Beach, your first days leading up to going over there, or even your first couple weeks, to now you're going to go over to UC Irvine. Are the emotions different? Are they similar? What's the difference really between your mindset, your ability, your whole approach going into this next school?
I definitely think it's a lot different. Going into Long Beach State, I had really no clue what I was getting myself into. I didn't know what the grind was going to look like. And high school and Division I is just two completely different worlds. And I think I was kind of just like a deer in the headlights when I was getting to Long Beach State. I really didn't know myself really as a player. I didn't know what I was capable of, and kind of led to some, I would say, loss of confidence, I would say. And now going into UC Irvine, I feel like I know who I am. I know what I can do on the field. A lot of it just really, I would say also a lot of it's also to do with off the field stuff too. You just got to know, got to have a life outside of baseball. Got to know that, baseball isn't whether you do good in it or not, you got to have things that, lean on to family, friends, good people around you. So I would definitely say that I've surrounded myself with some really good people, some great relationships I've made over the past year. And I think going into UC Irvine, really confident in myself on and off the field and what I can do, my abilities, how I can help my team win, which is something that I feel like I was missing going to Long Beach State my freshman year for sure.
You should be confident. You've helped the team win all year. You're hitting over 400. In the last 4 games, you're hitting over 500. And since June 21st, you're hitting 451. And that was after you had a couple hot games to start the year and then threw in a 2, 3, 4 offers in there. But you turned it around completely. Again, you're hitting around 410 right now. What have you been seeing at the plate?
Nothing new really. I think I just kind of got settled in like we were talking about earlier. But after those few over games, I wasn't having it. I didn't want to keep doing that. So I'm just seeing the ball pretty well right now, picking it up well. I'm driving a lot of pitches to the opposite side of the field, so that's a good sign always too. And I don't know, I'm just trying to improve my offense as much as I can. Whether that be like if I'm getting a lot of singles right now, which I have been lately, I'm just trying to steal as many bags as I can. If I strike out, I'm trying to draw a walk, or I'm trying to line something, to the gaps, something like that, just to contribute to the offense, because these guys can bang it, man. And, with these guys, the cool thing is that a lot of these guys can really hit, so it just kind of, like, levels you up as a hitter yourself. You want to perform just like they are, and just kind of there's, like, a standard here, really, of the hitters, and I just kind of want to be able to not stay afloat, but also show that I can, just bang it with the best of them for sure.
And that standard, it's set from the top down, whether it's from Sam, Reed, Casey, or really any of the coaches, any of the players. What's been your takeaway from this summer?
Oh, these guys are great. I love the environment here, especially our teammates. We got great guys in the clubhouse. And the coaching staff, they do a great job of just letting us be us, like they know we can hit, they know we can play, and, when the time calls for it, they'll make some decisions, but for the most part, they're just letting us play our game. I really like how free it's been and how enjoyable it's been, with a lot of freedom to do things, drop a button here and there, steal bags whenever we feel like we should. And they just let us be real hungry about the game. They don't have to motivate us or anything like that. We all all of us 1 through 9 want to win the game as much as we can. So it's been pretty good.
And you guys have done a lot of winning here. Alonzo Reyes, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you.
We're back here on the Power Broadcasting Network. Cole Paveglio and Stephen Buxton alongside you as the Inland Valley Bucs look to take on the perfect Palm Springs Power. And we just had Stephen Buxton talk to Alonzo Reyes, the guy that's had a lot of ups and downs through his journey, but has remained humble throughout the whole time, and the backstop today for the Power.
Yeah, and it's a tough journey he's been through because, again, no one ever wants to leave the one place that they committed to out of high school, especially when it's a program to the caliber of Long Beach State. That's one of the better programs in the country. Even though it's a mid-major, it's a very good program that produces a lot of quality players out of Southern California. But it just didn't work out there, and having the maturity, having the ability to realize, hey, this place just isn't for me, and taking that risk, because it's always a bit of a risk having to jump down to a JUCO or jump to any other school in general, and being able to capitalize on that, it was huge.
I mean, so many guys here with the Power starting out as JUCO level or NAIA, you name it, and have found homes at the D1 level. But Richie Amavisca on the mound, starting today for the Power. His backstop, Alonzo Reyes. The infield behind him, Gonzalez, Buxton, Kashimoto, and Holler. The outfield from left to right, Brown, Torque, and Blythe. 350 to the corners here in Palm Springs Stadium, 400 dead center. Wind blowing slightly left to right as Ryan Kirk leads it off for the Bucs. Here on the penultimate day of the regular season for the Power. Just one more to go on Friday against the SoCal Halos. Amavisca working from the first base side of the rubber. Leg kicks and fires. Pop-up drifting behind the dish. Reyes finds it and fields it for out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out. No better way to start the day if you're Richie Amavisca.
Yeah, and Amavisca, there's nothing behind that one. It's just a fastball inside that Kirk got under. I mean, you can't ask much more than 1 pitch, 1 out. Keep the chain moving.
Ben Carter up to bat, playing second base for the Bucs. Open stance. Delivery from Paveglio catches the inner part of the strike zone for strike one. Power wearing the red jerseys. White and black trim, white lettering across the chest. Red hats. Black brim, white pants. Black stripe down the side, 1-1 count now to Ben Carter. The Bucs white jerseys, red numbers and white pants with red lettering across the chest. 1-1, one out, flared back. Goes to 1-2. Now Paveglio looking for 2 up and 2 down quickly to start the game. Beautiful day for some baseball here in the Golden State. The 1-2, Paveglio fires. It's shot foul down the right side, keeps it at 1-2.
And Cole, I misspoke during our pregame when I mentioned that Amavisca's last time out, he went 5 innings. That was his start before the last time out against the South Bay Saints. Last time out against the Havasu, he went 7.
1-2, chopper to the left side, fielded on a hop by Gonzalez. Rifles it over in time for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down to start the day for the Bucs.
And obviously, the Power don't need Amavisca to go all 7 today, but if he could provide, again, 5, maybe even 6, that's more than enough for their pitching situation right now going into playoffs.
Playoffs start on Saturday as of right now. The first pitch here to Nick Mascaro. Right down the pipe for a strike. 0-1. It's Richie Amavisca. Sets at the belt. Brings it to the chest. Goes to his motion and delivers. Waved on through by Mascaro. Quickly 0-2. Amavisca looking for strikeout number 17 on the season. 0-2. Set and fires outside. 1-2. And if the last at bat is any indication, this one should be a grounder. To the left side, the 1-2. It's well outside. Evens up the count at 2-2. So far, everything seems to be towards that right-handed batter's box from Amavisca. 2-2. Amavisca delivers. Popped foul over the netting. Keeps it at 2-2. Nothing game here at the top of the first. 2 down quickly for the Bucs. 2-2. Slider catches his zone for strike 3. It's 3 up and 3 down for the Bucs. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on. We head to the home half of the first here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back here on the Power Broadcasting Network as the Power do up here. Bottom of the first inning, Eli Brown, Aiden Tork, and Austin Holler. 1, 2, and 3 for manager coach Casey Dill. As the Power look to remain perfect, they've got to face Ryan Ruck on the mound for the Bucs. For the Power, it's always plain and simple. Get out ahead early. That's really been what they've done all season long. They start with the man from Mercer, Eli Brown. He's been one of the go-to guys for the Powers. He's batting .430 on the summer season. Infield behind Ruck, Madole, Runge, Carter, and Nilsson. The outfield left to right, Madole, Cork, and Mascaro. First pitch from Ruck outside to Eli Brown, 1-0. His battery mate is Sanchez. That is the fielding arrangement for the Bucs. Eli Brown, slightly open stance, bend of the knees. Shoots the next one, fouls. It's 1-1. To Eli Brown. It's Ryan Rush on the mound in a 1-1 count. Works from the first base side of the rubber. Leg kicks and fires. Brown systems on the left field being charged on by Madole. Goes into the slide and makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, Cole, Eli Brown has been really hot lately, and it's because of a lot of hits like that that land. He's had a lot of contact, a lot of luck like that where he's been able to just slap the ball around and get it in front of the outfielders. He had a couple hits like that against San Diego, but that one just doesn't fall.
Here comes one of the hottest power hitters. Aiden Tork had a handful of home runs. Gets the San Diego Wave over on Monday. Waits the first pitch from Rush. Watches it for a strike. It's 0-1 to the center fielder, Aiden Tork.
I mean, Cole, hot is an understatement here because Aiden Tork, after going 1 for 5 in the first game, ended the day 6 for 10.
0-1 chopper to the left side, fielded by Runge. Fields it on the backhand and gets it over in time for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down quickly for the Power. It looks to be 6 up and 6 down between the two teams is Austin Holler. First baseman from Western Kentucky up to bat now. We're in the stirrups today.
I'm sorry, Cole, I misspoke. It was 5 for 10 on the day. He went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles in that second game. And Austin Holler did some good work himself.
Holler, one of the guys that's hit a home run in this month of July. And it's been a very powerful month for the Powers. It's an 0-1 count to Austin Holler. A lot of home runs in this month.
Yeah, Holler had one himself in the first game.
0-1 slider catches the zone quickly. 0-2 to Holler.
Holler's might have been the hardest hit ball of the afternoon. It was straight out to right field. There was no doubt about it off the bat.
Was there at Escondido High School where Holler had another home run. The 0-2 fly ball left side going into foul territory. Madole charging for it, but watches it fall foul out of play. Keeps it at 0-2. Stephen Buxton and E.J. Sanchez were on the call down at Escondido High School for the doubleheader against the San Diego Waves, and we'll be seeing them again on Saturday. This is the CPCL playoffs. The 0-2 to Holler. Swing gone through, and Holler goes down swinging. 3 up and 3 down for the Power. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. We're through 1. It's all knotted up at nothing here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
family setting. You know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
4, 5, and 6 due up for the Bucs. Andres Nielsen, Noah Madole, and Nick Madole, the first one sent to out left field, being charged on by Aiden Torek. He'll take charge over Eli Brown for another one pitch, one out to start the second inning. And Richie Amavisca is mowing down the Bucs like no one else. Noah Madole up to bat, the left fielder today. We followed by his brother Nick Madole. Amavisca gets a sign from Reyes. Leg kicks and fires. Outside, called strike. To Noah Madole for strike one. 0-1. Nothing game through one inning of play here on the Power Broadcasting Network. 0-1 delivery from Amavisca, waved on through. Goes 0-2 quickly. 0-2. Amavisca will be looking for the knockout punch. Wind blowing left to right. The 0-2 fired. Hit hard left side. Eli Brown takes a step forward and then readjusts. Watches it fly into the glove for the second out. Nick Madole looking to keep it from being 3 up and 3 down in back-to-back innings for the Inland Valley Bucs. Landon Runge on deck. Delivery from Amavisca. It's outside. 1-0. Brad Claude, the home plate umpire, helped out by Gary Stovall in the field. Lazy fly ball drops in center field in front of Aiden Torek. There's the first hit of the day for either team as Nick Madole just poked it out into center field. As Landon Runge up to bat now with Nick Madole on first base, being held by Austin Holler. Amavisca checks on Madole, chopper left side, went off the plate, foul, 0-1.
Yeah, and that's Amavisca's missed to arm side a couple times with that fastball. He tries to overcorrect and pulls it into that left-handed batter's box in the very next pitch. He just leaves one right over the plate for Nick Madole to get the first hit of the game.
0-1 check on Madole, missed glove side again. 1-1 to Landon Runge. The shortstop today for the Inland Valley Bucs. Madole leaning towards second, being held by Holler, the 1-1. Fakes a run down to second, and the pitch is outside, goes to 2-1. As Madole's really garnering the attention of Richie Amavisca. Amavisca, 20-plus innings of work entering today. Now at 21-plus, the 2-1 Madole holds at first. Chopper left side, fielded by Gonzalez, but foul ball goes to 2-2. 2-2 count coming up as Landon Runge adjusts the batting gloves. Takes a half swing of the bat. Steps back in, 2-2 Amavisca. Toe taps a few times. Leg kicks and fires, 2-2 Fouled off towards Sunrise Park. Keeps it right there at 2-2. Viska got a new ball. Straight back to the rubber, 2-2. Pick-off attempt over to Madole, and Madole is back in there safely. Aiden Tork in center field taking a few practice swings as he waits for the next pitch. 2-2. Infield playing for the pole, 2-2. Waved on through. There's strikeout number 2 for Richie Amaviska. No runs on the hit. No errors. One left on for the Bucs. We're through an inning and a half. It's all knotted up at 0-0 still here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Noah Blythe, Alonzo Reyes, and Andrew Rivas, 4, 5, and 6. Set to face the hard-throwing Ryan Rush. As the Power got set down 1, 2, and 3 in the first inning. Line out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch to Noah Blythe. Watches it below the knees, 0-1. For Blythe, who's had a few bombs here in the month of July. All 4 of his career Power home runs coming in the month of July. Since he hit his first one, as he sends the fly ball to the right side, being charged on by Muscalo, and he'll make the running catch for out number 1. Noah Blythe been absolutely hitting the cover off of the ball past few weeks. Dating back to July 2nd, he's had 4 home runs, so he's been in fuego, and now Alonzo Reyes. Talked with our very own Stephen Buxton before today's game, now up to bat. Batting .412 on the season. Watches the first one for a strike. From UC Irvine, the Anteater, and the 0-1 count. Hits one back up the middle. That will get through the infield is Runge and Carter. Both gave it a look, but watch it go by them for the first hit of the day for the Power. Alonzo Reyes reaches safely on the hit straight back up the middle.
And Cole, that's what Alonzo Reyes has just done all year. Again, he had a couple tough games at the beginning of his tenure with the Power, but basically since June 21st, he kind of decided he's not going to get out, essentially. He's hitting right around 450 since then.
Andrew Rivas watches one on the outer black for an 0-1 count.
And it hasn't been the most pop in the world, but he's been able to steal some bags. He's ran the base as well. And most importantly, he's gotten on base more than almost anybody.
0-1 was a breaking ball that didn't bite. It goes to 1-1. Reyes been phenomenal since coming here to the Power. It's a great addition for UC Irvine. The Anteaters team, the 1-1. Rivas watches the pitch. Reyes takes off for second base. He's got the stolen base. As it actually went off of his leg, as the throw was errant. But he's got second base stolen easily.
And that's a part of the game that Rivas prides himself on, because he knows catchers don't get the best rap when it comes to base running, when it comes to hitting in general, but he prides his athleticism and how he can be a threat on the bases just like that there.
Reyes on second. Rivas sends a hard ground ball to the left side, gets by the glove of Madol. Rounding for home is Alonzo Reyes. He will score standing up. An RBI double for Andrew Rivas.
Andrew Rivas has been great for the Power too lately, especially he played a big part in that second game against the Waves. He's been hitting well all season, but in that one against the Waves, he had a hit and he got on 4 of 5 times. He's been great for the Power since he's came in, and especially with the fact that he plays first base and he's able to give Austin Haller some time off his feet.
Cody Kashimoto from St. Mary's up to bat now, 1 out. Defense playing for the pull to the switch hitting. Kashimoto sends a chopper to the right side, fielded on a hop by Nielsen. He'll step on first base for out number 2. Rivas goes to third. 2 down for the Power. Fred Buxton from Vanguard, the shortstop today.
We're the number 1.
Batting 8th. Been a really good addition to the Power. Batting .250 in 10 games. First pitch waved on through by Buxton. Goes 0-1. Really good addition for a team that's dealt with a handful of injuries here in the past few weeks. Has really needed to add depth. As it's 0-2 as Buxton found the last one off.
And Buxton, even if he's hitting .250, it hasn't been the greatest at the plate so far this in his Power tenure, but he's been valuable in that bottom of the lineup because he's been able to get on base and roll it over to the top. He had 2 RBI singles in the first game against the Waves.
0-2 fouled off to the right side. Keeps it at that count of 0-2. Defense for the Bucs playing straight up. The 0-2 delivery from Rush. Poke to the right side, foul. And Buxton's not going down easily here in this 0-2 count as he got in the hole quickly against Rush, who's been a pretty potent pitcher for the Bucs. 0-2 sets at the face, brings it to the belt, leg kicks and fires. Pop up on the infield. Everyone's charging for it and making the catch. As Andreas Nielsen for out number 3. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on for the Power. They lead it 1-0 here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
Locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Eight, 9, and 1. The Inland Valley Bucs order due up. Carter Vanderhook, Martin Sanchez, and Ryan Kirk set to face Richie Amaviska. Vanderhook, the DH today for the Inland Valley Bucs. Amaviska delivers in the dirt outside, 1-0, and he's been missing left and right now in this start so far. Need to settle in before the Bucs start to find a way onto the base path. The next one is called a strike on the outer edge, 1-1. 1-1 count. Amaviska goes through his motion and fires. Looked like it was right down the heart of the zone, but called a ball, 2-1. Had the center of the plate, but was below the knees. The 2-1 outside again. Amaviska in a hole right now, 3-1. To Carter Vanderhook. Looking to avoid giving up his third walk. The 2-1 chopped to the right side, fielded by Holler, steps on the bag. 4 out, number 1. Martin Sanchez up to bat. The catcher today for the Bucs. Set to face Amaviska. As the power looking to remain perfect with just one more game to go after tonight. Hard hit, grounded left side. Diving attempt by Gonzalez. Gets by his glove. A hit there for Martin Sanchez as Gonzalez takes a while to gather himself off the dirt. But he's all right. And Martin Sanchez on first base after the second hit of the Bucs night.
Yeah, that's just a slider that started in on Sanchez and broke right out over to the edge of the plate. Just barely caught the zone, but he's able to put a good swing on it, get the barrel on it, and get the second hit of the game for the Bucs.
1-0 count here to Ryan Kirk now, the center fielder. 1 pitch and 1 out to start the game as he led it off. Popped out to Alonzo Reyes. 1-0 check on Sanchez by Amaviska. Amaviska delivers and it's fouled straight back. Off the netting, 1-1 to Ryan Kirk.
And this is what Amaviska has been so good at all year. He's had a hard time finding the zone a couple times with that fastball, and he's got a runner on, but under pressure, he's been able to make the adjustments and been able to get out of big spots.
1-1 was waved through. Goes to 1-2. Amaviska's got a few options here. Could look for a double play ball. Could look for the strikeout. 1-2 sets. Leg kicks and delivers. Fouled straight back off the netting. If the netting weren't there, I think that would have been going straight to our very own E.J. Sanchez.
Would have been his second ball of the year.
I'm still waiting on my first. You were with him on that one that came into the booth. The 1-2 from Amaviska is high and tight. Goes to 2-2.
Cole, it was one of the best moments in my broadcasting career.
Very young broadcasting career for Stephen Buxton. Still searching for the foul ball into the booth. 2-2 from Amaviska. Breaking ball hits Ryan Kirk. Square between the numbers. Runners on first and second now for the Bucs and Ben Carter. Grounded out in the first inning.
Yeah, and that's just a tough break for Amaviska. That's a slider that he didn't feel great out of the hand. It looks like it just slipped out and started basically behind him and ended up running into the upper back of Ryan Kirk.
Runners on first and second, 1 out. Here for Ben Carter, grounded out to third. In the first inning, the delivery from Amaviska. Fastball on the outer edge, framed really well by Alonzo Reyes. Gets the called strike. Reyes has been stealing strikes all season long since joining the Power. One of the best framers that you'll find behind the dish. The 0-1 slider stays upstairs, goes to 1-1.
Yeah, Amaviska's really feeling that slider right now. He's been leaning on it this inning. He's thrown it 5 straight pitches.
1-1. Runners on first and second. Amaviska delivers. Fouled straight back by Ben Carter. Now 1-2.
That's a good pitch right there, though. That fastball low and away after throwing a couple sliders in. It's a tough one to catch up with too after seeing so much of the off speed.
Top of the third. Power lead at 1-0. 1-2 fouled back, keeps it right there. Very own Stephen Buxton will take you through the middle innings coming up shortly. Here on the Power Broadcasting Network, Cole Paveglio and Stephen Buxton here with you today. The 1-2. Amaviska leg kicks and fires. Chopper, nubber, back up to Amaviska. He has to make the PFP. He gets it over to first, over the shoulder of Ben Carter for the second out. Runners advance 90 feet. A really tough play and really made it look easy for Richie Amaviska on the 1-3 putout.
And Cole, that's what the advantage of having a guy like Richie Amaviska, who has played a lot of third base, has played all over the infield, and has been a really good fielder. When you throw him on the mound, it makes stuff like that look easy.
The 0-0 pull to the right side, drops down for Mascaro. 1 run scores for the Bucs. It's all knotted up at 1. Is sliding into the second is Mascaro. Kirk on third. Sanchez scored. Ties it up all at 1-1. We're back to the starting point. Is nothing but between the two teams right now. Andres Nielsen up to bat now. Open stance. Slight bend of the knees. First pitch from Amaviska. High and outside.
And that's a good job by Nick Mascaro after seeing Amaviska really leaning on that slider a lot this inning. He was sitting on it, got one of the first pitch right over the heart of the plate, and he did not miss it.
1-0 right there on the edge for strike 1. 1-1 to Andres Nielsen. One delivery from Amaviska, fouled straight back. Goes to 1-2. Nielsen from Saddleback College. And a 1-2 count. Playing first base today for the Bucs. 1-2 delivery from Amaviska. Hits Nielsen. That loads the bases for the Bucs. And if you're the Inland Valley Bucs right now, you've got to pounce on this opportunity, because you don't get a lot of them against a team like the Power.
Yeah, and the Power all year long, they've been able to take the lead and just play downhill on teams and essentially start a snowball effect. Right now, the Bucs could take a lead. They could put a crooked number on the board, but it's going to take some 2-out runs here.
Noah Madoli lined out to left field last inning. Got Ryan Kirk on third. Nick Mascaro on second. Andres Nielsen on first. Bases loaded. Here for Noah Madol. Waves on through strike 1.
I do like the visit by Alonzo Reyes, though. Not only does it kind of help Amaviska clear the mind, but it gives him a chance just to take a quick breath, take a second in an inning that's gone fairly long already.
0-1 from Amaviska. Good job by Reyes getting the called strike. 0-2. Amaviska 1 pitch away of working out of this inning, just giving up 1. 0-2. Madola waits. Long pause by Amaviska. Gets the sign he likes. Leg kicks and delivers. The 0-2. Same spot. Reyes try to bring it back. Goes to 1-2.
And that's just Alonzo Reyes and Amaviska just testing how far they could go, how far they could test that edge of the zone to get that call.
1-2, slider in the dirt. Good stop by Reyes. Keeps the runners right where they are, and 2-2 count now. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Alviska looking to work out the jam. 7th batter of the inning. 2-2. Fly ball right side, charged on by Blythe and Holler. And it goes out of play into the batting cage area down the first base side. Keeps it at 2-2 for Noah Madole. Madole from Vanguard, so plays with our very own Fred Buxton. 2-2 count coming up. Madole awaits. Alviska to his motion delivers another good stop by Alonzo Reyes. As the count goes full, and that one all the way in the left-handed batter's box. Reyes had to slide all the way over, knock it down to keep the runners advancing, keep them from advancing 90 feet. Full count, runners will be on the move with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Big pitch from Alviska on the way, and it is outside. The Bucs take the 2-1 lead. On the Noah Madole RBI walk, bases remain loaded. As it's 2-1 now for the Inland Valley Bucs. As Ryan Kirk scored after he was hit by a pitch as the second batter of the inning. Nick Madole up to bat. He singled last inning. Eventually was stranded there. The delivery from Alviska, fly ball right side. Blythe takes his steps in, has to take a few back. It ranges back for out number 3. 1 run on 1 hit. 2 hits, no errors. 3 left on for the Bucs as they lead it 2-1 here on the Power Broadcasting Network. Nine, 1-2 due up for the Power as we get set to flip over the lineup card. Michael Gonzalez, Eli Brown, and Aiden Tork up to bat here for the Powers. They're down 2-1 here, entering the bottom of the 3rd. Beautiful night for some Power baseball. His first pitch walked for a called strike by Michael Gonzalez. 0-1 to the man from L.A. Harbor. Facing Ryan Rush. The 0-1 delivery from Rush. High and inside. Hits Michael Gonzalez, and he's in a bit of pain as he takes the turn towards the backstop in quite a bit of pain. Hit him up around the shoulder, I think, and I think might just have deadened the arm for a moment. First hit by pitch for the Power today after a few Bucs had been hit. It's always scary when it's high and tight like that, and I think Gonzalez just glad he got the head out of the way of that one.
Yeah, and that's a scary one there, too, with Gonzalez, because it's not like the ones where Amaviska hit 2 of the Bucs on a couple sliders that just slipped out of the hand. That was one of Rush's harder fastballs of the day, 88 up and in. That can't feel good.
I think it just hit right around the shoulder area. Trying to get feeling back in that hand right now is what, as he's slinging the arm around a little bit. He'll take the walk down to first base after he gathers himself, and Eli Brown up to bat next. Michael Gonzalez has been a really good batter after joining the Power later in the season. He's played 12 games for the Power, entering today, batting .267 with 8 hits from LA Harbor College. Really good community college product. One of the guys, though, that we could very likely see find a new home coming up for next season. The first pitch to Eli Brown, called strike, 0-1. Handful of guys on this team that could likely see move just about anywhere they want with the season that they've had here in summer. 1-1 now to Eli Brown after the pitch was outside. You have the likes of Austin Holler, who started at JUCO and now one of the best batters for Western Kentucky. 1-1 count. There have been a few guys for the Power that absolutely blew the cover off their ball in their respective positions. You had Kyle Mosley, who now with the Billings Mustangs in the Pioneer League, and you had Bubba Thompson now with the Boise Hawks in the Pioneer League as well. Chopped foul by Eli Brown. Keeps it at 1-2. That's 115 and number 116 for the Power of guys that have gone the call to play professional baseball after being an alumnus of Palm Springs Power.
And it's something the organization really prides themselves on, being able to send guys to the next level.
1-2, catcher's interference after Eli Brown hits the glove of Martin Sanchez. Runners on first and second now in the unconventional way. I believe that's the first catcher's interference that we've seen and heard all season long. Here for the Power haven't given up any catcher's interference either. But Bubba Thompson was absolutely tearing the cover off the ball here for the Power. Just a handful of games and tore the cover off the ball in the PSCL as well. Next pitch inside, Aiden Torque stands him upright, 0-1, 1-0.
Yeah, I think it was a great weekend for the Power, for the PSCL in general. Obviously, Kyle Mosley and Bubba Thompson have signed professional contracts, but in the draft, there was Evan Shaw going to the Dodgers. J.R. Freethy went to the Blue Jays. PSCL alum Bridger Holmes went to the Angels. And it's just been a great couple of days for the Power.
1-1 in shallow outfield being called off. Run calls everyone off for out number 1. You got to look at the numbers of the draft. 615 players drafted over 20 total rounds in the 2024 MLB draft. After just a few years ago, it went down from 40 rounds to 20. There's Austin Holler up to bat now. Struck out to end the first. Austin Holler saw a few of his Western Kentucky Hilltopper teammates get drafted. First pitch to Holler is outside. Doesn't snap and find the zone. 1-0. To Austin Holler, the first baseman today. Where you talked about how the Power really pride themselves on helping guys get to the next level. Bubba Thompson, the 115th overall, as Holler sends a screamer back up the middle. Run on down by Kirk for out number 2. Just a well-struck ball straight to someone's glove for out number 2.
Yeah, and those ones hurt. It's one where you just gotta, you hit the ball well. It was 91 off the bat, but you just have to take that swing and keep doing it over and over and over again because you know it's not going to be right at someone next time.
Noah Blythe up to bat now. 2 outs, runners on first and second. The delivery to Blythe waved on through. 0-1. Blythe 0 for 1 on the day with the fly out. In the month of July, it's been an absolute power surge, as we mentioned earlier. 12 home runs already on the month. The 0-1's inside to Noah Blythe, 1-1. Blythe's been one of those guys that's been knocking the cover off the ball with 4 home runs. And all 4 of them, his first 4 home runs with the power after being with here. 2 summers, chopper to left side, fielded by Modell. There's a hit for Noah Blythe as he runs it out. Everyone is safe. Michael Gonzalez on third now. Noah Blythe on first. And Eli Brown on second. Alonzo Reyes singled. Eventually came around to score and tallied a stolen base in the second. Watches the first pitch for a strike from Rush. Oh, 1 count to Alonzo Reyes. Sent it over the netting foul. 2-1 game. The Bucs lead it here. Home half of the third. 2 outs, 0-2 count. Bases are loaded for Alonzo Reyes. No wind right now. The 0-2 delivery from Rush. Waved on through and caught by Sanchez. No runs on a hit. No errors. 3 left on for the power. The Bucs lead it 2-1. Stephen Buxton will be taking over for the middle innings here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Welcome back. Top of the 4th inning here in Palm Springs. The Power are down 2-1 against the Inland Valley Bucs. Stephen Buxton, Cole Paveglio joining you here today. And Richie Amavisca fires in a first pitch strike against the number 7 batter for the Bucs, Landon Runge. Runge struck out in his first at-bat against Amavisca, who fires again and misses outside with a fastball. Amavisca, the righty, working from the first base side of the plate. Kicks and fires and delivers a good slider that gets him swinging. 1-2 now. 1-2 with no outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Power down 1. The Bucs trying to add to their lead here. 1-2 pitch is floated out down the right field line. Foul. Good attempt by Austin Haller trying to get that thing on the fly, but just carried enough to almost hit the Bucs bullpen. 1-2 pitch from Amaviska. Right on the corner, gets him looking. Third strikeout of the day for Richie.
And I think you really got to give part of that to Alonzo Reyes, who's been a really great job behind the dish. Framing here for Richie Amaviska to start the evening. Probably stolen a few strike calls. That's really something you got to applaud Alonzo Reyes for doing really well behind the dish.
First pitch is just on the corner, but does not get the call to Carter Vanderhook. It's 1-0. Vanderhook grounded out to first last inning and pokes that one foul. Amaviska gets the sign, kicks and fires. Down and away, good slider there, just ran too much off the plate. It's 2-1 here. 1 out here in Palm Springs, top of the fourth inning, 2-1 ball game. Amaviska fires, fastball in on the plate, but gets the call. 84 on the black. It's 2-2 now. 2-2 pitch. Downstairs, Reyes tried his best to get the call, but can't. It's full now. Vanderhook, the DH for today's game, in the 8th spot. Amaviska fires. And Vanderhook fouls that one back. Fighting a good at-bat here.
Been a handful of these good at-bats for both teams, and it's part of the season where you really want to get quick outs, and the power.
Full count pitch goes foul down the right field line. We'll do it again.
Powers Richie Amaviska really just hasn't been able to do that so far here against the Bucs. He started out pretty quick in the first inning. I mean, it was 1 pitch and 1 out. Then he did it again to start the second. But since then, it's been a little bit of a less smooth sailing.
Payoff pitch just off the zone. Ball 4. A 1-out base runner for Martin Sanchez. Second walk of the day for Amaviska, and Martin Sanchez, who had a single in the third inning and scored the first run for the Bucs, trying to add to it here. He's got a runner on first. It's Carter Vanderhook. 2-1 game, 1 out here in the fourth. Amaviska fires, and that's a chopper to second. Fielded by Kashimoto, throw it on to first. Gets away from Austin Haller and goes over to the Bucs dugout. Alonzo Reyes goes and picks that up, but Vanderhook is on third base now. And Martin Sanchez gets on an error by Cody Kashimoto.
One of those plays where Kashimoto ranged over, made a really good play, and tried to make the running throw, but going across the body. Probably one of those times where he should have just decided to hold on to it, stick in his pocket, keep the runners where they are, instead of allowing Vanderhook to go to third.
Ryan Kirk at the plate now with runners on the corners. He's got Vanderhook on third. He's got Sanchez on first, and Amaviska fires in a first pitch ball. Fastball just high. Really borderline pitch there. Couldn't get the call.
Seems like the strike zone might be a little shorter than it is tall today.
Amaviska fires the 1-0 pitch. And that one's outside as well. It's 2-0 now. Kirk popped out to Alonzo Reyes in the first inning and then was Amaviska's first hit batter of the game. Ended up scoring there as well. 2-0 pitch by Amaviska. Good fastball over the plate, swing and miss there. It's 2-1. Amaviska sitting in the mid-80s today, anywhere from 83 to 87 we've seen on his fastball. He can run it up a little higher than that as well if he needs to. 2-1 pitch. 85 just above the zone. It's 3-1. Power infield playing straight up. The outfield as well. Corner's a little short. To the number 2 man who fouls it back. It's 3-2 now.
And Torque, as usual, he doesn't play dead center. He usually shades over. Typically goes for the push, but here against Kirk, he's actually playing a little bit for the pull as he's a little towards the left side of center field.
Full count pitch to Ryan Kirk. Amaviska sets and fires, and fastball right over the plate gets the strikeout. Dialed it up to 86 there. We've got 2 outs in the 4th inning. It's 2-1. Bucs. Power need to come back. They allowed 2 runs in the 3rd. Power have 1 run in the 2nd. Just 3 hits for the Bucs, 2 for the Power, but each team has an error. Ben Carter steps up to the plate. Amaviska sets his glove high down to his chest and fires. Slider gets away from Alonzo Reyes, and Carter Vanderhook will score. Martin Sanchez to second base, and it's 3-1. The passed ball gives up another run, and Amaviska is down 2 right now. It's 3-1 Bucs here in the 4th inning. Scored 2 in the 3rd, 1 this inning on that passed ball that brought Carter Vanderhook home. 1-0 pitch from Amaviska. 84 just on the outer edge gets the call. It's 1-1. Ben Carter 0 for 2, grounded out to third base and had a chopper right at Amaviska. 1-1 pitch, swings and misses at the fastball. Amaviska throwing the fastball a lot more this inning than he had the first 3. Had really leaned on that slider. And he's got a lot of confidence in that fastball this inning, though. 1-2 pitch for Amaviska. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Amaviska strikes out the side, but he allows a run. Power down 2 now, going to the bottom half of the 4th. We'll be right back on the Power Broadcast Network. It's 3-1.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the 4th inning here in Palm Springs. Andrew Rivas, Cody Kashimoto, Fred Buxton due up. Power down a pair. It's 3-1 Bucs now. Bucs have 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. Power 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and that third run scored last inning on a wild pitch by Richie Amavisca that scored Carter Vanderhook from third. So far, it's the free passes and mistakes that have been the undoing of the Power. They've already got an error. They've hit 2 batters, a couple walks, and they've got a 2-run deficit against Ryan Rush and the Bucs.
One upside for the Power is you're in the 4th inning. That's one of the more lopsided innings for the Power. They've scored 45 runs in the 4th on the season, just allowed 11. I mean, it's not as lopsided as the likes of the 2nd, where the Power have scored 50 and just allowed 6, but good place to start a comeback right here.
Again, the Power have been world beaters in the early innings, and they're going to need some middle inning magic right here. Andrew Rivas takes the first pitch, and it's just on the corner, 88 for a strike. 0-1 against Ryan Rush, who has been great so far this game. The big righty kicks and deals, and that one's chopped down the first base line, going to go foul. Fielded by Nielsen, but it was foul well before the bag. It's 0-2, though. Andrew Rivas has an RBI double already. Last time out had a good game against the Waves. 0-2 pitch, chopper up the middle, has a chance to get through. No, it will not. Run just throw down to first in time to get him for the first out. 6-3 put out on a slow grounder that had just enough time for Runge to run it down. That'll lead the way for Cody Kashimoto, the Hawaii native and St. Mary's product who's played all over the infield. He's even got some time in right field. First pitch is just outside, ball 1. Kashimoto grounded out to first in the 2nd inning. 1-0 pitch from Rush. Chopper down the first base line, right back to Nielsen. He'll take that and an easy 2 outs. Quick work for Ryan Rush, who has hardly broke a sweat against the Power again, other than the 2nd inning where back-to-back hits and a stolen base by Alonso Reyes gave them a run. Outside of that, it's been fairly clean work. 2 outs here in the 4th inning, and Fred Buxton fouls the first pitch back.
For a free-swinging team like the Power, it's a hard ask when you ask them to essentially sit back and wait when all season long they've really epitomized free swinging.
0-1 pitch. He swings through that one, and it's 0-2 now. And outside of the 2 hits in the 2nd inning, the only other base runners the Power have were a Michael Gonzalez hit by pitch, and Eli Brown catcher's interference, and a fielder's choice for Noah Blythe. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Ryan Rush dealing against the Power right now. It's 3-1 going to the 5th. We'll be right back on the Power Broadcasting Network.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Of outdoor living spaces in the desert, nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Top of the 5th inning here in Palm Springs, and there's a new man on the mound. Richie Amavisca's night is done, and it's leading the way to Ishmael Quintero. Had a couple appearances with the power already, and Cole, all year long for the Bootleggers in the PSCL, this guy just dominated.
I mean, he's an absolutely go-to guy for the Bootleggers, and it earned him the opportunity to play here for the Power. And he's hoping to be the next guy that eventually goes down the Power pipeline and comes here for a few seasons and then eventually goes on to play pro baseball at whatever level it may be. It might be in the Pioneer League like Kyle Mosley and Bubba Thompson. But Ishmael Quintero really is a good candidate. Really effective arm for the Bootleggers in the PSCL, the Power Summer Collegiate League for those that don't know.
The 18-year-old Cal State LA commit has not stepped on a college campus yet, but was one of the better pitchers in the PSCL all year. He was an all-star at 5'9", 170 pounds. He throws in the mid-80s. It's a fastball, curveball, changeup predominantly, and it's done wonders for this team. First pitch just outside to Nick Mascaro. Really borderline fastball there. Down low, caught the plate, but could not get the call. Quintero working from the left side. Deals there. That one's flied out to center field. Coming in on that is Torque, and he'll catch that for the first out. 2 pitches, 1 out for Ish Quintero. That'll lead the way for Andreas Nielsen, who he's 0 for 1, but he got hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. Quintero working from the third base side of the rubber. Fires in strike 1, a good curveball down in the zone. So far this year, made 1 appearance. It was against the Inland Valley Bucs last week. Delivered 2 innings and did not allow a run. Another curveball there, catches the zone. It's 0-2 now.
Really good curveball from Quintero so far, as he's been leaning on that. Wouldn't be surprised to see a fastball now after back-to-back breakers.
0-2 in a 3-1 game. Quintero fires. And another breaking ball there, and it's fouled down the right field line. Still 0-2, 1 out, a 3-1 ball game in the top of the 5th inning. Power playing to continue the winning streak. They're at 51 in a row, dating back to last year, 32-0 on the season. And the Inland Valley Bucs, well, just playing to be spoiler. 0-2 pitch. Fastball on the corner, gets the call. Ish Quintero with his first strikeout of the night. Andreas Nielsen goes down, and Noah Madole comes up. Madole 0 for 1, lined out to left field, and then walked in the 3rd inning in a barrage of free passes. Madole working from the right side against Ish Quintero from the left. Quintero out of the windup. Fires in a breaking ball just low. Quintero with his glove at his waist, kicks and fires. Fastball fouled off. 1-1. As Madole was laid on the heater, 85 down and in. And for Ish Quintero, well, the numbers don't the metrics don't exactly stand out. This guy just knows how to pitch. A breaking ball misses the zone. It's 2-1. He's not throwing 90, but he's got enough in there. It's mid-80s. He'll top out around 87. But he fills up the zone. He works with a good cadence, and he absolutely dominated against some great competition in the PSCL.
Quintero, you always know he won't light up the radar gun or anything, but he'll spin it really well, and that's what sets him apart from so many guys now is just the stuff he's got. It doesn't necessarily have to be speed, but it's the deception that Quintero brings to the mound that really helps him succeed.
3-1 pitch from Ishmael Quintero. Swing and a miss. Fastball right down Broadway. Back-to-back Ks. And Cole, I was wrong on the count.
Math is a hard thing, you know. Some of us haven't done it in quite some time. Obviously, for a lot of degrees, only just need one math class, and it's been a while since you might have taken that. So, got to give yourself some leeway.
3-2 pitch. Fastball that caught a lot of the zone, does not get the call. Turns what should have been a walk into, or should have been a strikeout into a walk.
And as the game progresses, the pitchers will get used to the strike zone as well as the catchers. But with Quintero just entering the game, he's not as familiar with the strike zone. And, I mean, that's what you see right there is it caught the zone, but the strike zone has been a little lower than typical.
Ish Quintero with 2 outs and Noah Madole on first. First pitch fastball to Nick Madole, a little higher and further in there, and gets the called strike. Quintero all year long has been able to pitch through traffic, and he's got some here. A runner on first and a 2-run lead. Fastball just high for ball 1. It's 1-1 now. Quintero with the arm hanging off to his side in a crouch stance, working out of the stretch. Looks down to first, now to home. Madole's running, throw from Reyes down to second. Gets away from Kashimoto. And a good job by Fred Buxton backing him up there. A stolen base for Noah Madole.
Got the strike call, though, so it's a 1-2 count with 2 outs. So gets an out here. That stolen base by Madole is kind of just a stat padding measure more than anything. And the Power is still looking to make a comeback here.
Ishmael Quintero. With a 1-2 count, he's got 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss. Breaking ball inside, gets him. Ishmael Quintero works around the walk and puts up a 0 for the Power. Going to the bottom of the 5th, Power down 2.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and the Power are down 2 against the Inland Valley Bucs. 9-1 and 2 due up. Michael Gonzalez leading things off against Ryan Rush, the right-hander who has been absolutely dominant so far. Has just allowed 2 hits. First pitch by Rush, a breaking ball down and away, ball 1. And he's been able to work inside, outside, up and down, and whatever he's thrown has worked. 1-0 count against Gonzalez. That's fouled off. It's 1-1 now. Gonzalez, along with Buxton have provided some solid work at the bottom of that Power lineup in the second game of the San Diego doubleheader, as here's the 1-1. Gonzalez squared up to bunt, pulled it away, but that was still called a strike. In the second game of the San Diego doubleheader, Gonzalez reached twice on a walk and an RBI double, and he also had a sac bunt to get a rally started. Chopper to short, throw down to first, in time to get Gonzalez. 6-3 putout gets us started here in the 5th. Eli Brown coming up. Reached on what could be the first catcher's interference we've seen all season, Cole.
I think it definitely is the first one we've seen all season. I can't remember if we've had any, and I don't think we have. But Eli Brown does stand farther back in the box than most.
He watches Rush deliver ball 1, a breaking ball that just floats outside. Eli Brown, who missed a chunk of the first part of the season and gets under that, floats it to center field. Kirk settling under that, and it's 2 outs. He missed a chunk of the first couple weeks of the season, but since he has came back, he's been a monster. He's been basically an Iron Man for the Power, playing almost every day. And without him, there's no telling if they would be on this winning streak or not. Aiden Torek steps up to the plate. Aiden Torek, righty-righty matchup here, pitch by Rush. Gets under that and flies it to the top part of the stands. Aiden Torek, after going 1 for 5 in the first game, he was 1 for 5 with a single, reached on a fielder's choice, and had an RBI. As here's the 1-1 pitch. Chopper down the third base line, foul. He was 1 for 5, and then in the second game went 4 for 5 with 2 massive home runs, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. 1-2 pitch. Out of the stretch by Rush, and that one's fouled back again. Again, it was on a smaller field at Escondido High School that they were playing at, but Torek really got into each one of his balls. His second double of the day, everyone thought was out. 1-2 pitch. Down in the dirt for ball 2.
One-two count here for.
It's a 1-2 count for Aiden Torek, and he has absolutely clobbered some balls lately. Fouls that one down the left field line.
EJ 1-2.
Still 1-2 here. Ryan Rush walking behind the mound, takes a second. Aiden Torek steps out of the box, takes time. Looking at his bat, waving it around, steps back in the box, and Rush is waiting for him out of this windup. Kicks and fires, and a good breaking ball right there to get Aiden Torek swinging. Fourth strikeout of the day for Rush. And that'll be the inning. Power going into the 6th inning. They're down 3-1 here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Top of the 6th inning here in Palm Springs. The Power are down 3-1 against the Inland Valley Bucs. Power trying to continue the perfect season, and they're going to need some late inning magic here. Ishmael Quintero going into his 2nd inning of work, facing off against Landon Runge. First pitch, fastball just off the plate. It's ball 1. Quintero, the southpaw, working from the 3rd base side of the rubber. Power defense played basically straight up. Outfield shifted over towards right field a little bit more, and another fastball inside. It's 2-0 now with no outs here in the 6th inning. Power down 2. Ish Quintero came in last inning, struck out a pair, and walked Noah Madol. Here's the 3rd pitch. Chopper down the 3rd baseline, just gets past Michael Gonzalez, diving attempt. Fielded and thrown in by Eli Brown to 2nd base. Cannot get him in time. A good spinning throw by Eli Brown over to Cody Kashimoto. Almost got Landon Runge on the hustle double to lead things off.
Gonzalez gave it a good look, but just got by the diving attempt by Gonzalez and went down to the corner, and Eli Brown fired it back in as quickly as possible.
Just the 6th hit of the game, and one that is flown by mostly because of the outstanding pitching between the two teams. Just 4 runs total, and the Power needing to tack on a few. It's 3-1 here in the 6th inning. Landon Runge on 2nd base. Ish Quintero looks back at him and fires. Ball 1 upstairs. Carter Vanderhook was squaring up to bunt, but pulled it back in time. Vanderhook 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the 4th. Quintero kicking out a spot in that rubber. Looking for the sign. Needs a redo on the signs. Now finally set with his glove at his head. Looks down to 2nd, now to home. Fastball tails into the corner of the plate. Good pitch by the Quintero there. It's 1-1 now. Quintero set, working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just gets the zone there. It's 1-2 now. Quintero had 1-2, a guy who's been able to pound the zone all year for the PSCL, gave up the walk on a pitch that could have been called a strike. 1-2 pitch by Quintero. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs, blew it by him. Third K of the night, and now it's Martin Sanchez with Landon Runge on second and a 3-1 lead.
Big strikeout there by Quintero. He seems like he focuses more on breaking stuff or deception, and that was a really good fastball there by Quintero. Blowing it by for his third strikeout, setting down Vanderhook for out number 1.
Quintero again committed to Cal State LA along with his brother Isaac. 2 of 4 brothers who are pitchers in that Quintero family. They just turned 18, each of them, and coaches have got to be excited about the 2. First pitch. Fastball on the edge of the zone. Strike 1 to Martin Sanchez, who's 1 for 2. Reached both times, though. Singled and scored in the third. Reached on an error in the fourth. Did not score. Reached second base, though. On second, he's got Landon Runge in a 3-1 game. 0-1 pitch with 1 out. Quintero fires a fastball. I can't get the call at the top of the zone. Quintero has worked deliberately all year, but not necessarily slowly. He's had a good tempo and pace throughout the season. 1-1 pitch after he looks down to second for a while, trying to hold Runge there, and he'll step off. Looked like Martin Sanchez called time at the plate after Ish Quintero, trying to manage the running game, had a long look at second base. He's set, working out of the stretch, looks down to second, and back to home. He fires. Fastball out and away. It's ball 2. 2-1 pitch in a 2-run game here in Palm Springs, top of the 6th inning. A runner on second. It's Landon Runge on a leadoff double. We've got 1 out. Power needing some late inning runs here. They'll have 3, 4, and 5 due up. 2-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside part of the zone gets the call. It's 2-2. In the bottom half of the 6th, Austin Haller, Noah Blythe, Alonzo Reyes due up. If they could reach, Andrew Rivas will come up. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another fastball there. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ish Quintero.
Quintero's been phenomenal since coming out of the bullpen. Right now, in inning 2/3 of work and 4 strikeouts, the farthest someone has got is to second base. So really hoping to keep the game close for the Power as they're down 3-1, and the perfect season right now is looking a little hairy right now. It's still a lot of baseball to go, but got to start getting those runs back in this half inning coming up.
Ryan Kirk up with 2 outs. First pitch, breaking ball inside and gets the call. Good pitch on the inner half of the plate. It's 0-1 now, and Quintero has no margin for error here. They're down 3-1. It's in the top of the 6th inning, and for a guy who's so young, so inexperienced at the college level, hasn't made a start yet. A 1 pitch is flied out to left field. Chasing after that is Eli Brown, and he'll collect the 3rd out of the inning. Good job by Ish Quintero working around the leadoff double. Going into the bottom of the 6th inning, Power down 2. It's 3-1 here in Palm Springs.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Palm Springs, and it's starting to get tight. The Power down 3-1 against the Inland Valley Bucs. Austin Haller, Noah Blythe, Alonzo Reyes will lead things off here. Haller 0 for 2, struck out in the first, flew out to center field in the third. Here in the 6th inning, he's got no one on to lead things off against Ryan Rush, who has been outstanding so far. Rush, who, according to his collegiate page, had an ERA north of 20 at Chaminade College. The big righty has not shown that here, though. It's a 3-1 ball game as he fires in a breaking ball for strike 1. It's 0-1 to Austin Haller. Out of this windup, he fires. Breaking ball just gets the bottom of the zone. Back-to-back soft stuff gets him in a 0-2 hole. Austin Haller looking for his first hit since the first game of the San Diego Waves doubleheader, and he chops one down the first base line. Nielsen fields it and takes it himself, 1 out. Noah Blythe coming up with 1 out and nobody on. Power down 2. Blythe just trying to get on and give Alonzo Reyes and Andrew Rivas a chance to drive in some runs. Blythe reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. Flew out to right field in the 2nd. First pitch from Rush. Breaking ball falls out of the sky, and Blythe swings and misses.
He was trying to make that a 1-run game in one swing with that hardy hack.
A similar swing to what we saw in Escondido. He hit a towering home run to left field. 0-1 pitch, skied out to right field. Going back on that is Mascaro, and he'll take it for the 2nd out. Second time flying out to right, leaves Alonzo Reyes with nobody on. One of the hottest hitters the Power has had over the last couple games, or over the last couple weeks, really. He's hitting .451 since June 21st. That's 23 for 51. But in his last 4 games, he's 9 of 16 with 6 RBIs. No chance of an RBI here, and he swings through a first pitch curveball. Rush working out of the windup. Fires 0-1 pitch. Driven, gets under the glove of Carter. Tries to get up and throw it down to first in time. Alonzo Reyes doesn't like the call, and nor does anyone in the stands rooting for the Power. A really close play, but Alonzo Reyes gets called out. We're through 6, the Power down 2. It's 3-1 here in Palm Springs.
We enter the 7th inning. Thank you to Stephen Buxton for taking us so efficiently through those middle innings. That went quite quickly. It's been a quick-moving game here between the Bucs and the Power. It was a 7 o'clock first pitch, and we're just under 2 hours here into the game. We're entering the last 3 innings. Ishmael Quintero on the mound still for the Power. Delivers first pitch called strike to Ben Carter. 0-1 to second baseman, who's 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. He was strikeout victim number 5 of Richie Amavisca and was the last man that Amavisca faced. The 0-1 below the knees from Quintero goes to 1-1.
And you wonder how much Quintero can give the Power tonight. He's in his 3rd inning, but it looks like we might have Alex Hawking warming up in the bullpen right now.
So we'll be keeping an eye on Hawking down in the Power bullpen. The 1-1, a towering fly ball left field, but Eli Brown just has to move a few feet forward for out number 1. That one, I think, might have gone all the way to the elevation of the tram off the bat, but a big out, number 1 for the Bucs.
Yeah, it's a ball that he really got under. Ben Carter had it timed up right, but was just under 51-degree launch angle. And that thing, it's one of the few balls that gets well over the light towers here.
3-1 game here in the top of the 7th. As the Power are down here in the late innings. Need to make a late inning rally. Nicholas Mascaro, 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI double, back in the 3rd. 1-0 count now to Mascaro from Quintero. After the breaking ball, missed low, 1-0. Quintero works from the third base side of the mound. The 1-0, leg kick and fire. Straight down the heart of the zone, 1-1. Mascaro watched all the way. Defense playing straight up here from Mascaro, the right fielder of the Bucs. The 1-1, 1 out. Delivery from Quintero, breaking ball. Called strike 2 at the letters. 1-2 to Mascaro. Quintero looking for strikeout number 5. 1-2 count. Leg kicks and fires. There it is, strikeout number 5 for out number 2.
And this is what's most impressive about Ishmael Quintero. Again, he still has never stepped foot on the college campus as a student, but he's out here competing against college-level talent and some guys who have signed pro contracts like Bubba Thompson with the A's out in the PSCL, and he absolutely dominated all year. No moment has ever been too big for this young man.
1-0 count from Quintero after the first one. Missed glove side. 1-0 count. Quintero right on the inner black to the left-handed batter, Andres Nielsen. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a hit by pitch. And a 1-1 count.
And Quintero never lets the game get away from him. He never leans too much on one pitch. He trusts his stuff, and he's been able to perform all year with it.
1-2 count after Nielsen waves on through the strike.
He's had a knack for working his way in and out of trouble, and he's done it so far tonight.
1-2. Quintero thought he had the strikeout, was starting to walk towards the dugout, but called back as it goes to 2-2. Two count, 2 outs. Quintero looking for the knockout pitch. Long pause, goes to his motion and delivers. 2-2, straight back at Quintero. Tried to flash the leather, but goes straight back up the middle. And a single there for Nielsen. Has a runner on for the Bucs.
That's a tough break right there for Ishmael Quintero. He's fired so many good pitches all night, and that's the second time he's been robbed on a pitch that's almost middle, and cannot get the call for the strikeout.
Noah Madole up to bat. 2 walks on the day and a line out. Wind starting to pick up a bit left to right here. Delivery from Quintero is upstairs. Goes to 1-0. Nielsen on first after Carter and Mascaro went down to start off the inning. Power down 3-1 to the Bucs here in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. 1-0 count to Noah Modell. Quintero checks on Nielsen. Fires the 1-0. It's fouled back. 1-1. Might have caught a piece of the home plate umpire as he takes a walk out to give the ball to Quintero and gather himself. 1-1 count. Quintero toes the mound. Checks the sign. Sets at the belt. Checks the runner a couple of times. Delivers the 1-1. Just outside. Goes to 2-1.
I like the idea there by Quintero, though. He's trying to change up the eye level. He's thrown a lot of pitches low and away, low and in. Just throws a fastball that just misses the plate there.
2-1 count. Quintero peers in. Check on Nielsen. Checks again. Leg kicks. Delivers right down the zone for strike 2. Goes to 2-all count. 2 outs. Runner on first. 3-1 game. The Bucs lead it, top of the 7th. Power looking for a late game rally. Had to do it a handful of times. 2-2. Long pause by Quintero. Checks the runner. The runner takes off for second and no throw down by Reyes. Count is full. Stolen base for Nielsen. A full count for Modole. Wind died down in the outfield. Flag is laying limp. Full count. Quintero ready to go. 3-2 waved on by. For strikeout number 6 for Quintero. No runs on a hit, no errors. 1 left on for the Bucs. They lead it 3-1. We head to the home half of the 7th here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Back here in the bottom of the 7th, the Power need a rally. Looking to continue the perfect season. In the 7th inning, the Power have scored 34 runs throughout the season. Good a spot as any. As it's 6, 7, and 8, Andrew Rivas, Cody Kashimoto, and Fred Buxton due up here to save the game against Ryan Rush. Rush delivers the first pitch to Rivas in there for a strike. 0-1. Rivas on the day. RBI double and a ground out. 1 for 2. And an 0-1 count. Rush pause in the motion, delivers outside. 1-1. Defense really hasn't been troubled too much by the Power today. 1-1 outside. Goes to 2-1.
Yeah, Cole, you almost never see this for the Power. It's just 2 hits so far in this game, and their only other 3 base runners were off of a hit by pitch, a fielder's choice, and a catcher's interference.
2-1 check swing, and Rivas called for going around 2-2.
Since that 3rd inning, it's been 9 up, 9 down, but you'd hope Rivas, the only guy with an RBI for the Power, could get things started here.
2-2. Rush to Rivas. Down below the knees, full count. As things stand right now, if the game were to end, this would be the fewest hits for the Power all season long. The fewest has been 5 a handful of times, the latest being in that series against the Wave. 3-2 to Rivas. Fly ball left center field being charged on by Kirk. It'll drop down. Rivas rounds first. He's going for 2. He will have the stand-up double for Power hit number 3.
Great swing there by Rivas. Rush, who has been so good, has not left anything over the plate, really. Throws a fastball at 87, and it just gets a lot of the plate. It's up and away, but again, catches a lot of it. So Rivas able to put a good swing on it there after seeing a lot of pitches between his first 2 at-bats. And now the Power, for the first time in really 3-4 innings, have something going. They've got Rivas on second base and Cody Kashimoto coming up, who has been swinging the bat really well lately.
That will do it for Ryan Rush after giving the leadoff double to Rivas. That will do it for Rush, and we'll identify the new pitcher coming back from break here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hudson Meyer now on the mound, replacing Derek Ryan. Phenomenal outing by Derek Ryan, and something is going on down the left field foul line as the bullpen catcher of the Power has gone down and being checked on by our athletic trainer right now, so not too sure what happened. But Hudson Meyer now on the mound for the Bucs. First pitch to Cody Kashimoto as he flips around to the other side.
Yeah.
Watches a called strike.
Hopefully whoever's over there right now, I can't tell who it is exactly, is all right, but those guys put in so much work all year.
The 0-1 is inside 1-1.
And again, apologies to Derek Ryan. Our roster had it down as Ryan, so we went with the first Ryan we found, Ryan Rush. But Derek Ryan put on basically the best pitching performance we have seen here against the Power.
2-1 count. Now to Cody Kashimoto. Rivas on second, 2-1 count, 3-1 game. The Power are down. Broken bat fly ball sent to center field, and Kirk fields it for out number 1. And Kashimoto will need to throw that lumber away as you could hear it break on contact on the F8. Fred Buxton being pinch hit here for. It's now Angel Cortez up to bat. Cortez on the season batting .291 from Cal State Northridge. First pitch in there for a strike to Cortez. Breaking ball. Watched all the way. Oh, 0-1 count. Check swing, and Cortez has been told he went around. It's 0-2 to the pinch hitter, Angel Cortez.
Cortez part of this really dominant catching duo between him and Alonzo Reyes. You can't keep either guy's bat out of the lineup, and right here's a good time to use them.
0-2 spinoff by Meyer. And Kashimoto, who's on the bench, flew out to center field, and Rivas was back in there safely. It's Angel Cortez in an 0-2 count. Meyer keeping a close eye on Rivas. The 0-2 delivery. Swung on through and dropped third strike. Sanchez completes the 2-3 putout for out number 2. Michael Gonzalez up to bat. He's been hit by a pitch and grounded out on the day, so 0 for 1. As the Power are down 3-1 here in the 7th inning. 2 outs. Power down to the last 7 outs right now. Need a rally late. First pitch from Myers inside, 1-0. You've had bigger comebacks on the season. Came back from a 5-run deficit against the Legends on the 15th of June. But really haven't been tested too much since then. 1-0. Gonzalez awaits. Meyer leg kicks and fires. Hard laser foul. 1-1. One count. 2 outs. Meyer delivers. Chopper back up the middle, goes off of the mound, takes a nasty hop of Carter. Gonzalez is thrown out in time for out number 3. No runs on a hit, no errors. 1 left on for the Power. The Bucs lead it 3-1 through 7 here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Alex Hawking now on the mound for the Power, replacing Ishmael Quintero, who was really phenomenal out of the pen, sitting down 6 Bucs via the K. 3 innings of work, just 2 hits allowed. And now Alex Hawking from Consumus River College up to pitch. One of the guys coming from the PSCL helping out the Power here in the later part of the season. Six, 7, and 8 due up. Nick Modello, Landon Runge, and Carter Vanderhook. And Modello watches the first one for a ball. 1-0 from Hawking is a breaking ball, slides outside quickly, 2-0. But Quintero was phenomenal out of the mound. Really couldn't ask for a better outing. Kept the game close for the Powers. It's 3-1. The Bucs lead it. 2-0. Doesn't catch the zone either, though. 3 straight out of the zone, 3-0. Got some fielding arrangement changes. Angel Cortez at third now. Michael Gonzalez goes to second. And Cody Kashimoto at short. The 3-0 from Hawking. Right there for a called strike, 3-1.
And Alex Hawking, whether it was with the Blue Sox and the PSCL or his appearance against the Bucs last week, he's been dominant in both settings.
3-1 foul back towards the park. Goes full for the count.
Hawking with the Blue Sox had an ERA under 1.5, and in his one appearance for the Power, he went 4 innings and just allowed 1 run.
Full count. Hawking fires. Slides just too tall upstairs. A walk given up by Hawking to start out his outing here in the 8th.
And that's just Hawking's 11th walk of the year between the PSCL and the Power, and that's in 26-plus innings.
Landon Runge up to bat. 2 strikeouts on the day with a double. First pitch from Hawking is upstairs. Seems like the Power pitchers have missed upstairs just about all day long. Not too many too low, but it's been missing too high most of the evening. The 1-0 taking off for second base is Modero. He is called out on a good throw by Reyes. Eliminates the walk just like that. And great job by Alonzo Reyes.
And right there, a breaking ball slipped out of Hawking's hand. It was nowhere near the zone, but it was high enough to actually help out Alonzo Reyes. He's able to get up and fire the throw instead of having to reach down for it. And able to deliver a seed to Fred Gonzalez down there at second to get the out.
2-1 count after the 2-0 was fouled off. 1 out. Top of the 8th. The Bucs lead it 3-1. 2-1 delivery from Hawking, high and tight. Sends Runge bending out of the way. 3-1. Right now, that 50-plus game win streak dating back to last year for the Power looks to be in danger. 3-1 from Hawking. Back-to-back walks for the Bucs. Would have had runners on first and second, but thanks to the good arm of Reyes, eliminated the stolen base.
Yeah, and that's just how valuable Alonzo Reyes has been all year. Him and Angel Cortez have done a good job, and even though the Power have struggled against the running game the last couple days or the last couple games, a lot of that was in part due to the pitchers just not changing up their looks and a couple long windups right there. Reyes gets a chance and takes advantage.
Breaking ball called strike to Vanderhook. Good job by Reyes to bring it back into the strike zone. Get the call called for Hawking.
And Reyes prides himself so much on that defense, being stable back there for whoever's on the mound for the Power.
0-1 from Hawking. Right there on the outer black for the called strike. 0-2. 2 walks. The first one was eliminated thanks to a caught stealing. Runge on first. Vanderhook in an 0-2 count to Alex Hawking. 1 out. 3-1 game. Top of the 8th. The 0-2 delivery flared to the right side and out of play. Keeps that 0-2. Hawking looking to keep the Bucs right where they are with a 2-run lead, 3-1. 0-2 count. Hawking fires that, gets by the backstop of Reyes. A wild pitch allows Runge to advance 90 feet. Didn't give Reyes any chance to get to that one as he goes to 1-2.
And it's stuff like that, Cole. The wild pitches, the error that happened by Cody Kashimoto, and all the free passes that the Power have given the Bucs today that have kept them in the game, that have given them the lead so far.
1-2. Hawking fires the slider, slides outside, goes to 2-2.
The Bucs, again, just 5 hits against the power, but thanks to a couple hit by pitches, a couple walks, they've still got a 3-1 lead here in the 8th.
2-2. Hawking checks on Runge, delivers the 2-2 breaking ball. Doesn't snap enough. Goes to a full count. Full count delivery coming up as Hawking steps off to regroup after it became a 3-2 count. "3-2 from Hawking. Chopped foul off the end of the bat, and I guess the home plate umpire didn't hear it, as they're calling it a strike 3, actually, as the ump did not hear it, but Runge goes to third. As everyone is confused now, the play continued. Runge was going home. Hawking sprint to tag him out, and Coach Casey Dill now coming out. And he is fired up.
Cole, so what's happening right here, they thought that was a foul ball on Vanderhook, so he should still be at the plate, but I guess our home plate umpire didn't call that a foul ball, so he thought it was a swinging strike. So the play's technically not dead. The ball's not dead. You can still keep playing right here. Time has not been called as Martin Sanchez steps up to the plate. So coming from third, Landon Runge tries to steal home when both Alonzo Reyes and Alex Hawking are walking back to the plate. And Alex Hawking, again, just simply goes over and tags him. It should be an out, and that's why Casey Dill was upset about that, because it should either be an out after that or they should still have Vanderhook at the plate.
Definitely a weird scenario right here, but Sanchez watches the slider in there for a strike. We're just simply the relayers of what we see and what we can conclude. The 0-1 hit hard, right side, but foul. 0-2. So we're giving Vanderhook the strikeout. And Runge advancing to third on the drop third strike is the best way we can tell you. But I heard it go off the end of the bat, and I think, Steven, you did too. But 0-2 count here to Sanchez.
But if it went off the bat, then they should still have Landon Runge at second.
Then 0-2 in there for a strike, sets down Sanchez. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. The Bucs lead it 3-1. We head to the home half of the 8th here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Perfect spot to make a rally back as it's 1, 2, and 3. Eli Brown, Aiden Tork, and Austin Holler. As we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Power down 3-1. That 51-game winning streak on the verge of going away. Brown watches the first one for a ball. Brown on the day. 0 for 2 with the catcher's interference. As he reached back in the third, that was our first catcher's interference that we've seen all summer long. 2-0 now to Brown. The man from Mercer. Looking to start a late game rally. You look at the 8th inning, Power have scored 24 runs over their 32 games. The 2-0 from Myers in there for a called strike to Eli Brown. 2-1 to the lefty batting Eli Brown. Slightly open stance, 2-1. Myers delivers, and Brown watches a slider snap back in there for strike 2, 2-2.
A really good pitch there by Hudson Myers. Again, a slider that just snaps right over the plate and catches the bottom of the zone. It's a really hard pitch to hit, especially when that bottom of the zone has been fairly suggestive today, or subjective. Fairly
2-2 to Eli Brown from Myers. Fly ball sent deep to center field, being charged on by Kirk. He'll make a catch at the shoelaces for out number 1. And I think the strike zone that you've been talking about, Steven, is definitely highly suggested that some of these calls should be called strikes, but just not going in the way of either pitcher here today as the strike zone's been a little inconsistent. I think we're just suggesting to the ump that these might be strikes.
It feels like some of the parts of the zone have been merely a suggestion.
Aiden Torek fouls the first one off, 0-1. I mean, that's why we're up here. We're not calling the balls and strikes. We're not seeing it as well, but we have our opinions that we would like to be let known. The 0-1 breaking ball stays upstairs, 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Myers looking to keep the Bucs lead right where it is, the 1-1. Myers leg kicks and fires. Torek holds up on the ball below the knees. 2-1. No better spot to be, though, in the top than the top of the lineup if you're the Power looking to make a comeback. 2-1. Myers fires, chopped foul, and the catcher Sanchez was trying to play it off as that was a fair ball, trying to tag Torek out. But it's 2-2. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. 3-1 Inland Valley lead over Palm Springs. 2-2. Myers. Torek laces it left field. That one's going back. It is off the wall. Torek rounding for second base. He's going for 3 because no one was covering second, and he will have a triple.
Cole, Aiden Torek gets a couple breaking balls down and in. He just misses one on that last pitch that he fouled off the home plate. And then he gets one just a little bit higher, catches more of the zone, and he did not miss that one. He drives it all the way off the bottom of that Delos Reyes sign in the outfield, and then it's just chaos over at second base. Neither Runge nor Carter were covering it. They're both hustling to try and pick up that ball, but by then it's too late. Torque with the heads-up base running takes third in a huge triple.
Austin Holler up to bat. Watches the first one for a called strike, and you could not ask for a better batter to be up right now. Holler, one of the best guys to put bat to ball for the Power, batting .374. 0-1 count. Torque on third. The 0-1 chopped foul was inside 0-2. To Austin Holler, one out. Power looking to draw their way back into this one. They've found so many ways throughout the season to come back from deficits. They've been blanked since all the way back in the second, so looking finally to put a number up here again in the eighth. 3-1 game. Holler watches the 0-2 outside, 1-2.
And Holler, that two back-to-back good pitches. That one looked like a changeup in on the hands. That just dived under his bat. And that one right there, after seeing that inside on him, a breaking ball that just goes off the plate.
1-2 chopped foul by Holler again.
That breaking ball off the plate, so hard to avoid when it looks like it's going to be right down the middle for so long.
Looking at the outfield, they're playing for a pull here against Holler. Big gap down the left field foul line and a big gap in left center field. If Holler sends anything to the left side, it'll be a great hit by Holler, the 1-2. Outside pitch, 2-2.
And Cole, you mentioned that left center field gap, basically if he aims for that Lulu or that 360 sports sign in left center field and that gets to the wall, he's got a good chance at a triple.
2-2 pitch. On its way. Holler watches all the way below the knees. Full count.
And it's just off of them protecting against Austin Holler, who's been so good all year, hitting to all fields, but the power has been mostly to right field.
Full count. 6 extra base hits on the season for Holler. The full count is upstairs. He draws the walk. And now you got Noah Blythe, who might be the hottest power hitter going into this game.
Yeah, Cole, fans all year have cheered joy when Summer Love is played over the speakers because it means Noah Blythe is up to hit. The guy who is at or near the top of almost every power offensive statistical category. He'll finish the season with a few records himself, but right now he's got a chance at a signature moment.
Holler on first, Torque on third. First pitch to Blythe inside. Stopped by Sanchez to keep it right where it is. The runners do not advance. 1-0 count.
And we've mentioned all year that Noah Blythe's stats almost never jump off the page. It's usually 1 for 3, 2 for 4, 3 for 5, something along those lines.
It's another one of those days is he's just 1 for 3, but you look at his on-base streak. Essentially, he's gone on in every single game he's appeared in, 29 straight games reaching.
And we've been saying that for a long time, though, and it seems like he's started to take offense to that. He's got 4 home runs in the last week and a half or so.
And it looks like we'll have a pitching change, but not too sure. It looks like they will stick with Myers here. Had a few guys running towards the mound looking like they were going to pitch, but it's Myers man to face. Torque on third, Holler on first. 1-0 count to the man from Hawaii Pacific, Noah Blythe. Big gap on the left side of the outfield. 1-0. Myers checks Holler. Delivers the 1-0 in the dirt. Does not get by. Sanchez 2-0. Alonzo Reyes on deck. 1 out here. Bottom of the 8th. 3-1 game. The Bucs lead it to 2-0 from Myers. Fly ball right side. Charging on is Moscalo. Torque tagging up. Throw will not be anywhere close to in time. It's a 3-2 RBI game. As Holler advances and Torque scores on the sac fly by Blythe.
And Cole, I know Noah Blythe's not the happiest with that right there. He's able to, he gets the out, but on the bright side, he is able to drive in the run, and that's all that matters. He gets the RBI, he drives in Aiden Torque from third base, and now you just toss the line over to another guy who's been one of the hottest batters on the year, Alonzo Reyes.
Reyes on the day. 1 for 3, and a run scored. Watches the first one for a called strike.
And you have to mention, too, the fact that Reyes can fly for a catcher, so anything in the gap, he also has a chance at 3.
Noah Blythe was really hoping to say aloha to that ball. And watch it sail by as that one takes a bad hop off of Sanchez. Holler goes to third. 1-1 count.
And Cole, that's a tough break right there by Sanchez. You're taught as a catcher to keep everything in front of you, and it's the point of the gear to deaden the ball and basically once it bounces off of you, just sit a foot or two in front of you. He does everything right. He gets in front of it, and he keeps it in front of him, but it just keeps rolling.
1-1, sent to the left side, foul. One, two. Holler fakes the run home. 1-2, skied out to center field. Charging on is everyone in, making the catches, run to the shortstop and shallow left field. The Power score 1 on 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on. It's a 3-2 Bucs lead. We head to the top of the 9th here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great, now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Top of the Bucs lineup set to face Alex Hawking, Ryan Kirk, Ben Carter, and Nicholas Mascaro. 1, 2, and 3. As the Bucs have a 3-2 lead over the Power and Stephen. It is crunch time for both of these teams. The Bucs' goal tonight right now is simply keep the Power from being perfect. And right now they've got to tack on some more runs.
And it's not just keep the Power perfect, but again, they hope to tack on more runs here. But all they're thinking about is the 3 outs. They're 3 outs from really the biggest upset in the CPCL this season. The Power riding that 51-game winning streak, and the Bucs have it in their hands here.
Ground ball left side, Cortez gobbles it up. 1 pitch and 1 out for the Bucs here in the 9th. Ben Carter up to bat now. 0 for 4 on the day. Hawkins just got to get 3 quick outs here against the Bucs. Bunt pulled back by Carter. That's a ball. 1-0 to the second baseman. 1-0 count coming up to Carter. Hawking twists and fires. Slides outside 2-0. Due up for the power would be 6, 7, and 8. Andrew Rivas, Cody Kashimoto, and Angel Cortez in the ninth. 2-0 waved on through for strike one by Ben Carter. Two one. Hawking looking to get through this inning unscathed. Two one bounces for anything else. Goes 3-1. Don't want to give any free passes here. Top of the Bucs order. The 3-1 from Hawking. Hammered foul. It was really good off the bat, but never even thought of being fair. Full count now for Ben Carter. One out here, top of the ninth. Inland Valley 3. Palm Springs 2. Full count, Hawking. Sets and fires. This one's coming back our way, going towards the PA booth, but goes too far right. Keeps it at 3-2.
And Cole, the power of really been working a tightrope game all day. A combination of free passes and a couple of hits. They've been able to strand runners. They haven't had a clean inning since the first.
Full count waved through. Big strikeout there for Alex Hawking. His third one since coming out of the pen. For out number 2, Nicholas Mascaro. Right fielder. 2 strikeouts on the day and an RBI double back in the third. First pitch from Hawking, well outside, 1-0. One more out for the power before they're up to bat again. Hawking sets at the face, brings it to the belt, leg kicks, delivers. Goes to 2-0 as that one was below the knees. Two-0 count. Hawking goes through his motion, delivers, fouled straight back. 2-1.
And right now, Cole, this is Alex Hawking's game, but if it goes any longer, we might see Johnny Young. He's warming up down in the bullpen right now.
2-1 count from Hawking is outside, 3-1. Andres Nielsen would be next. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a hit by pitch and a strikeout. 3-1 from Hawking. Fly ball. Staying in foul territory. Calling everyone off is Cortez. And he will make a diving play as he lost it swirling around. But he makes the play for out number 3. The Power final chance coming up next. They're down 3-2 here on the Power Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals. We're
Six, 7, and 8 due up for the Power. Looking to keep the winning streak going, 51 straight games. First pitch called strike for Andrew Rivas.
Cole, the Power have only been in this spot once this year. They've already got one walk-off win on a hit by pitch on Isaiah Manji.
0-1, a called strike, 0-2.
And right now they need a hero.
0-2. Myers looking to get the close against the Power. 0-2 delivery. Not in there, 1-2. 1-2 count. Rivas looking to get on any way possible. Myers goes to his motion and delivers. Fouled off by Rivas, keeps it at 1-2. One-two count. Big spot here. Cody Kashimoto due up next. Angel Cortez would follow. 1-2. Myers delivers in the dirt. 2-2. Good take by Rivas as he just spit on that one in the dirt. Just trying to pass the bat to the next man. 2-2. Myers gets the sign, goes to his motion, delivers. Rivas waves on through. That's out number 1. Cody Kashimoto. The Power down to the last 2 outs. Kashimoto on the day. 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a fly out. Andrew Cortez on deck. First pitch to Kashimoto's inside and it hits him. Kashimoto will take the 90 feet. Andrew Cortez now up to bat.
And Cole, the whole reason the Power are in this position is it's something that no team has done to them all year long. The Bucs are throwing a complete game. They're throwing a great game. I mean, from top to bottom, everything has gone right. They haven't given up too many free passes, but that one to Cody Kashimoto gives them a chance here.
Cortez, 14 RBIs on the season with 4 extra base hits. Kashimoto on first, got wheels. Cortez sends this one to right field, a flare being charged on by Muscalo. That is out number 2 with the Power down to their last final out. Michael Gonzalez being pinch hit here. For Aiden Perez. Perez, big spot here. 2 down for the Power. 3-2 game. The Bucs lead it. Kashimoto takes off for second base. He stopped halfway. Ball inside. Kashimoto takes second. 1-0 count.
And that's huge, Cole, because now with Kashimoto on second, anything in the outfield scores him.
Aiden Perez could be the hero. 4 extra base hits, 6 RBIs, the 1-0. Inside goes to 2-0.
And Perez in the first game against the Waves had a hit and scored in the second inning.
The outfield playing for a pull. Big gap in right center field and down the line. 2-0 count. Myers delivers. Chopper to left side. Urged on by Moldell. He fires to first. Steps on the bag. And the power grid has gone out. The winning streak is gone. The Power lose 3-2 in 9 full innings to the Bucs. And the perfect season goes away on the penultimate game of the season.
Cole, it was just a complete game from top to bottom. Everyone did well on the Bucs, and it's something we haven't seen all year. There was almost no mistakes made by them. A team that's able to force so many every single game, the Power just couldn't get through here.
And a tough loss on a night where the Power just could not get the bats going. The first loss of the season and the first loss in over a year.
The first loss in over 13 months.
A tough night for the Power as they lose it 3-2. Next up, the SoCal Halos, a chance to bounce back before CPCL playoffs start here on Saturday, and good opportunity to bounce back on Friday night.
Yeah, it's, again, there's the only thing hurt here is the fact that the Power end the losing streak end the winning streak. It ends at 51. They're now 32-1 on the season. It takes till game 33 to get that first loss. We went into the season wondering if they could even pull off the perfect season, if they could continue the streak, and as it went later, it got more real, and now it ends here.
And that will do it for us. The Power look to resurge against the Halos on Friday before CPCL playoffs start.